What a lovely day looking at these charts over here. Markets are about to close. We may see a Christmas rally. We may see a pump in the stock market and the crypto market before Christmas. What's up, people? So, I just want to say that starting off here, my charts. This is the 4-hour charts. So, I did a green block in my Discord yesterday. I'm predicting that we may start turning around short term. I'm just going to read through some of the technicals levels with you guys, let you know why I think we could be turning around on that short term. And Dogecoin here about 13.23 cents. XRP is about 19.3. Ethereum is about 29.55, and Bitcoin is currently $87,670. So this is where we are starting the stream. Watching the charts here, I was bearish for quite a while. We had a green block down at 80K, bounce from there. It only went up about 15% from that last green block. Dogecoin was down about 13.26. XRP green blocks went up about 15% as well. We come back down. So just looking at my green block range for these cryptos, some of them are about back down. When I took profit on my Ethereum long at 41.15, I was waiting for another good entry, and I wanted to finish up my trades for the end of the year, but I'm predicting a Christmas rally. So I may be entering a lot more trades. I was already up over 100,000% for the year for all the trades that I shared in my entry and exit in the Discord for those future plays. And I think right now you're about to witness a lot of entries. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys first trade that I will be entering today is going to be Dogecoin long. Last night, if you missed it, if you weren't in the Discord, I entered a long on ZIL, Z-I-L. I'll pop that up for you guys real quick as well. I have to get the Discord on here as well. So I'll just browse through the Discord real quick. We'll browse through the Discord really quick. So my entry on ZIL is at 00486. That's my entry on ZIL. I was down. But today the price started pumping and I'm already 200%. When I shared this screenshot at lunchtime, I was up 154%. So I'm already up over 200% on that trade. If you look at some of my last trades that I closed, since you haven't been here quite a bit, I closed my short on Zora. I earned 863% on that Zora short. So that was a good play. I closed my. I posted twice. I sent a message twice, and I closed my Jelly long. I earned 253% on the Jelly long. I had a short on Luna. I earned 1,195% on that Luna short. So hopefully just give you a recap about some of the trades that I've done. This was my Dogecoin chart. Remember when I went long down here and took profits up here? It's looking pretty good. And I earned over 2,455% on that Dogecoin trade. So to get us started in the stream, my last Dogecoin trade, my entry was at 13.3. I closed at 14.9 range. We're about to do something similar. 13.23. I will go long. So we're going to start this stream by having a big Dogecoin long entry. So let's get a Dogecoin entry starting out here. I have a link in the chat if you want to go on the actual app that I'm using, Wheats. All right. I'm up over 205% on my ZIL long, by the way. I just got the Dogecoin long. 13219. I'm trying to take a screenshot, put it in Discord. 13219 on that Dogecoin long. Let's add it over here too. Let me post it in Discord to get those guys updated. 13219. People love seeing these entries. So I got 13219. And I'll add this on the 4-hour chart. That's my long on Doge. From the last time I took profits until here, we came down quite hard. We had those liquidations. Trying to find the area where I closed my last shorts and longs. All right. Double bottom on XRP. Look at that. Look at that. Double bottom XRP. So we're going to try to get XRP long as well. Stick with me here. Stick with me here. I can't pass up this 4-hour double bottom, and it's double bottom near my previous green blocks. I like this one a lot too. Let me go to XRP. All right, so I got the XRP order in. Let me get that screenshot for the Discord, and then I'll add it on the chart. But you guys are hearing me, my voice, so you know what I'm doing. Documenting my trades. So I got that entry in the Discord, 19305. I got that long on XRP. Should I do Bitcoin and ETH as well? Let's do it. Getting in. ETH long. So I'm starting this stream by getting a lot of longs. I'll add that screenshot as well. Down here. So ETH is a little bit different. The ETH order. ETH is a little bit different. Someone's trying to front run me on that ETH. Someone bought a lot of contracts before I did on ETH. Yeah, I'm gonna go long. So my order is 29959.53. I'm just trying to get all these trades up in the Discord. I'll do Bitcoin last because it moves the slowest. I was going to slow down trading for the end of the year, but hey, I can't pass up opportunities. Can't pass up opportunities. If I go long on Bitcoin here, it's getting it cheaper than Sailor got it. If I get Bitcoin here, it's cheaper than what Sailor got it for. I could do a short-term play on Bitcoin too. Ride with the big dogs. Whoop, 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 whoop. Get that Bitcoin long. Get that Bitcoin long. 87,747. I got it like 10 cents after that, but I'm not going to add the 10 cents. It's a little bit too much work. Let's run. Got all my longs. Let's throw this chart in the Discord. So let me get that Bitcoin long in the Discord too. Let's ride. All right, after I get a Bitcoin long Discord screenshot, I'll go and post the chart. All right, let me make sure that goes through. All right, so I have the chart. So this is what the Discord's about to see. Discord's about to see all these entries today, December 16th, 2025, around 3:40 p.m. Long on Doge at 13,219. Long on XRP $1.93.05. Long on Ethereum 2959.53. Long on Bitcoin $87,747.10. And then I have this beautiful chart with all those entries on there. All right. All right, let's go back to the actual chart on TradingView and watch these trades on the 4 hours. I'll be taking a few questions in a second, and then I'll do some more technical analysis. Yeah, I'll discuss the take profit zones as well. So take profit zones. We'll discuss that after I look at the technicals a little bit deeper. So if you look at these charts, the first thing you're going to notice is that we were oversold, and then we started rising back up. And if you look at the RSI up here, while the price was lower, RSI is climbing, creeping a little bit higher. We're getting that bullish divergence, which is a very good signal if you're expecting the price to go up. But this one down here on Doge, so this is the Doge MACD. This is the one. If you look right here, the MACD signal is looking to be crossing. So the MACD signal is looking to be crossing up there above that signal. And in an area like this, I think this is bullish. So this is an area where bullish sentiment is starting. You notice here? So what does this mean? We're losing bearish momentum. If you look at this chart very closely, look at every indicator very closely, you'll see similar patterns across the board. So let me grab this screenshot as well. I just put it in Discord. Doge 4-hour MACD losing bearish momentum. And this is the type of stuff that we need to be paying special attention to. If you're looking to go long, you need to know. So that's why I went long. And some of you guys might be wondering, like, what's happening here? And then I'll zoom in here. We'll get off the MACD. And we'll zoom into my actual entry for that long. All right. So I got the entry there too. Let me grab this as well. And I guess I'm going to put a screenshot of the actual Doge trade now. I already entered, and now I'm checking on the progress of the trade. It's down a little bit. My ZIL trade's up 205%, though. That was open yesterday. I feel like opening up these trades a little bit yesterday would have been earlier, but I had to wait for that confirmation. UF distribution does have a good point, though. Where do you want to take profits? Well, do you know what this is? That was a bullish pin that Dogecoin fell. And the chart never came up there. So, if we would have wicked down 10.5 cents, my green block indicator would have triggered. If I was looking to take profits on Doge, right here, I would switch the chart over to the daily. And I would be, this is old data. Let's slide it to the left. Old data. Slide it to the left. We remember when we had those liquidations. We remember the bearish MACD crossing, and just looking at that, it was a very bad time for Doge. Right here, and we were down like 34%. I think if we go from here up at least 20%, would still be a good take profit. But if we get back to the short-term moving average, oh yeah, that's about 20%. Yeah, if we get back to that 50 moving average on the daily, we'll be about 15.7 cents. But if I want to be greedy and get all the way back up here, that'd be about 50% move up, about 19.9 cents, 19.98. I may even be able to squeeze like 19.91 cents out of this, and we go there. Generally, we usually spike up, wick up to like 25. So I would probably try to take profit closer to 22.48. So I think this is a decent area that I would take profit on, would be 22.48. That RSI is oversold. It's hard for them to sell. This RSI is oversold. Look at that RSI here. From that drop down. So would I be like, it would be like very, very tough to get 22, but trying to get that, yeah. It'd be tough, but I think I can do it. So 22.48. Where am I going to take profit at? 22.48. That's my goal for Dogecoin, so I'm going to put it in there as well. So 22.48 is going to be my take profit area. Just discussing this trade. Yep. Feel free, if you're in a Discord, hop on voice. Have any questions as well. I'm going to go through each of these charts one by one for that trades that I entered. And yeah, let's get it. And then after I go through each trade that I enter and the macro, I'm going to go in on this 5-minute chart. We invalidated that bear flag, by the way. This bear flag was invalidated because we were oversold on that daily. And we have these liquidations that go 13.78 on that top side as well. So I did the Dogecoin chart. Let's do the XRP chart now. Try and knock this off. I entered on the 4-hour. I'll do my take profit on the daily. My XRP chart is wild. Let's try to find some let's try to find the last trades I did. Like I got my chart like this. I can just drag it and see the exact entry exits. Pretty cool. Like if you're developing an AI for trading, feed my charts into it. Feed my charts into it for a little bit. Just do it. Learn from my mistakes and learn from my gains. Because even when I'm wrong, I can still win a lot of trades. But so my last short on XRP seems to be up here like 263. I'm going long at $1.93. That 100% tariffs. 100% tariffs came in and nuked the market. 50%. 50% drop on that 100% tariff news. And we're still like sagging down from there. But from that bottom, we're also up 52%. One more double bottom wick there. Whew, that would scare a lot of traders. So for my current trade, what is this? Oh, that's another 265 short. I need to go through, look at my screenshots, line it up with the charts as well, all the trades, and add them on here. Look at the AI was predicting XRP go to 1 cent on this head and shoulder. That's crazy. That's a very wild AI trading view. Might want to work on that algorithm a little bit. Like this was a very indecisive trade right here. But what we're gonna do, 275 is the target for this double bottom. I think the AI double bottom actually is doable. So I think my take profit would be 275 from that double bottom. And if I zoom in over here, and if I get both of the nice double bottoms on the chart, you see this bottom and this bottom? So I'm up only a little bit from this local double bottom. And then I'll zoom it out like this so we can actually see those bottoms, those wicks. It's not bad. Actually, we don't need a line. We got this right here. So I'll do this one. You guys should be able to see it. All right. So that would be my take profit for XRP. I'll zoom in again. Some of you guys, if you're going to take a screenshot right now, take your screenshot for the XRP, my entry, and my take profit 275. Let's put this in the chart channel as well. All right, got that as well. Let me come over here. Let's go back to ets.com. This is a double bottom on the daily. Your take profit at Doge is 18 cents. AI crash. That's a good one, Nick. We can talk about AI. One thing about AI that I find surprising is that we have the RAM prices going up right now. Let me go back to that Dogecoin take profit. I'm trying to put these trades in as I go as well. All right, so I have another trade that I want to share with you. Yeah, RAM prices are sky high right now. So if you're an AI researcher building AI data machines, big companies, your cost just increased drastically. Like these companies are spending a fortune now. All right, so I got XRP on there. I'm gonna put XRP on the 5 minutes. We're gonna watch it like that on the 5 minutes with Doge. Ethereum. Come here, Ethereum. All right, we gotta put this on the daily for my take profit goals. So I have my long. Earn that market open. Try and drag these to the dates. All right, that was the most recent one nearby us. All right. So this is my Ethereum chart. I don't really need that market open. Let's see what you guys see. Yeah, that's about right. So one thing we noticed, oversold RSI. That's pretty good. MACD is weak, but if you look at the actual levels of the MACD, we're about negative 39. It's not a horrible MACD. We were picking up some bullish momentum for ETH, and we're not really that far off, like 5%. So we're like 5% late. Only 5% late to the entry based off the MACD, in my opinion. So not bad. What is that? What is that? What is this thing? Is that my AI? No. You remember that red circle of death for Ethereum at 4093? I mean, price is only down like $1,000 from when I shorted Ethereum. Price is only down from like $1,000, which isn't horrible. So where is my take profit going to be for ETH? If I want to look at the volume on these candles, what I can do, I can right click candle. I can go to my window, data window. I remember this candle had pretty high volume. It is 1.57 million. This candle right here, volume 539,000. So I'm looking at the volume. These are like pretty average volume. This is an unusual volume. I'm thinking like this wick would be like a safer take profit, maybe around 36.28. Let's close that data window. I think 36.28 would be an okay take profit for me for this ETH long. All right, so I'm going to take a screenshot of this 36.28. We're going to add this to the chart channel. And this is pretty moderate. So let me add that in there as well. 36.28. It's not a bad take profit. These are like more long-term trades. And I don't have to trade these by the end of the year. But if there's like big liquidations on shorts and prices start to run, then I would be very happy here. So let's go over here at ETS. All right. So I have that chart there with my Ethereum trade, my entry, my take profit. So I entered based off the 4-hour technicals. I try to map my take profit on that daily chart. I don't have to close these trades by the end of the year, but I do expect some sort of Christmas rally. All right, now we're going to change this chart back to the 5 minutes. And then we'll watch the 5 minutes as we go, and then we'll do like 5-minute patterns as we go. But before that happens, let me draw this line here. Make sure we're holding this trend line on that top side. XRP. XRP is like a different angle in the Dogecoin. Dogecoin is definitely crazier angle, but like Dogecoin has a lot more room to drop on that 5 minutes chart based off of the trend line. Let me save my chart. And now our last trade that we entered earlier today is Bitcoin. So we're going to pop open the Bitcoin chart. We entered on the 4-hour. We're going to put it over here on the daily. Remember this guy buys a lot of Bitcoin for his company, Michael Saylor. All right, I got my long. This is very straightforward, very simple. I had a green loss at 83K. I didn't go too hard on Bitcoin compared to the other ones, but if you look over here on the daily, look, same thing, oversold. So based off of the MACD, I'm about 4.8% late. So I'm about 4.8% late to this trade based off the MACD, but I've traded Bitcoin a few times already. And we'll go over here. Looking good, looking good, looking good. So I'm looking here. I like that 200 moving average. If you look at my indicator here, the EMA for the 250, I have the orange for the 200. So this is at 200 EMA target at 102,000. So I'll just drag that line over here. If we can hit back to that EMA, might be an okay spot to take profits. So I'm basing that take profit on my long at the 200 EMA right here on the daily. So this is a Bitcoin daily chart. Might be able to drag this over here a little bit more. All right. RSI is oversold. My long, my entry. All right. I'll grab this chart. Throw this in Discord as well. Put in the chart show. So that's my Bitcoin entry. That's my take profit. Basing it off that 200 EMA. I'm trying to keep the trades as simple as possible. So I have the Bitcoin entry as well. I did enter a trade last night. I shared that chart in the Discord. And I guess I'll pull that up on the stream real quick for you guys too. That chart was called ZIL, Z-I-L. So on ZIL, this is what you see, that 4-hour chart. And yesterday, when I had cherry entries, I put it right here yesterday in the Discord. So I'm gonna grab that real quick. So that was yesterday around 8:23 p.m. So about 20 hours ago. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna drag back about 20 hours ago. It's like right here. It was in this candle right here. So let me get this for you guys right here. So that was my entry on my long for ZIL, 00486. That was the entry that I shared in Discord. This is what the chart looks like. Got that shared entry. And I just like to document my trades. It helps me, especially now we have AI. I can plug up all my data into the AI and make a fucking beast of a trader. So if I'm looking at ZIL right here, I already have my entry. I'll take this off Discord post. Put it on the daily chart. My daily green blocks triggered on this started like here, the first one on October 25th. So the price put it down to like 00464. So currently from there, we're only up probably about 7% late. So I'm up. I entered like. So I'm entering like 7% from the bottom, which is phenomenal. Sometimes you find these coins and you don't enter at the bottom. Sometimes you have to enter like 30% or 40% from the bottom. So I feel pretty good about my entry here. And it sounds weird. My take profit isn't even right here. I have to zoom out the chart so far to see my take profit. They have some big updates coming soon as well. Like my take profit, I have to zoom my chart like this. Like it would help if I add the coin name up here, right? All right, let's add the coin name up here. Is this the color you guys are used to? We're gonna anchor it. We're gonna give it a nice border. So this is ZIL, and this is that daily chart. And my red block was around 3.79 over here. That last red block was around 3.79. And I've been bearish on ZIL. I think in Discord, I even posted around 7 cents that I was bearish on ZIL. And this was like a year ago. But 2 years ago. But from the green blocks to the red blocks on ZIL, typically we're seeing right here about 100 to 150%. So if we can go from here up to 150%, that would be great. But if I want to thirst this and go 3 cents, that would be 500%. In the Discord prior, when I was looking at ZIL, going back through some previous trades, this was 2022. I mentioned that ZIL was overbought, secure profits. Like people had to secure profits. And that was when the price was at 7.6 cents to secure profits. 7.6 cents. So if people sold ZIL at 7.6 cents and they come over here today and the price is at 0.00493, whoo! They probably thinking, hey, look, might be a okay spot to accumulate more for ZIL. So I'm gonna add that on the chart over here as well. I like to go back through my old trades. I love going back through old trades and just looking at the data. So if you would have sold ZIL at 7.9 cents before, you can buy so much more ZIL. Like, you could probably buy about 14 times as many ZIL. So if you sold 10,000 ZIL before, you can buy 140,000 now with the same balance, basically. So let's thirst this. Let's thirst it. And we have red blocks at 21 cents as well. So this is around March 26th. When it started coming back down. But yeah. So you got the Discord entry. So how bad am I going to thirst this trade? So I'm going to try to go for this double top 22,695. I'm going to go for the 22,695. How crazy and radical would it be if a coin went from under a penny up to 22 cents? That's 3,900%. Actually, a little bit more. Current price is at so I gotta move this up a little bit more. Yeah, I could be looking at over 4,000% for like a ZIL play like this. So I'll take a screenshot of this. This is my ZIL play. It's risky, but this coin's so close to the bottom. I can see it turning around. This could be the wildest trade of 2026 if ZIL recovers back to 22 cents. Could be phenomenal. And they're having an update coming soon as well, the ZIL 2.0, but Well, guys, I wanted to share this live stream with you, share my entries, my take profits, my technical analysis. Now that I got that out of the way, I shared some entries of trades. I guess I'll gloat a little bit, show you some of those profits from the year, and then I'll take questions. How about this? How about I edit the stream so we don't have to see all of this? We're going to cut out the left, so maybe like 480. 450. Hey, there we go. And then the right side. I don't know how much on the right side. That's okay, though. I'm trying to make this look nice for you guys. Actually, before I show the profits, we have to put these charts back on the 5 minutes for Bitcoin now. And we have to see, was my entries good or bad? And I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to put all those entries on the 5 minutes too. Real quick. I'm going to go back through. I have them on the 4 hour, but I need to put it on the 5 minutes as well. So Doge was at 13,219. And then I'll go with this as I go. So I got the entry there for Doge. XRP was 19305. I'm trying to think about what candle it was. Somewhere over here. Right over here. Ethereum long was at 2959.53. I'm not going to put the decimals on there. And Bitcoin long was at 87,747. I feel pretty good about these trades, though. We may get a Christmas rally. We may get a Christmas rally. All right, so I have those trades. Now I can kind of gloat a little bit. Let's do a filter. Let's just add a little bit of transparency to this, shall we? Oh, you can't see anything. All right. No filter. Let's just take off the right side of the screen for duration of this real quick. It won't be long. It won't be long. You can watch Bitcoin and Doge real quick while this is happening. So for those trades, my profits for I guess we'll just scroll up. If I go to the beginning of the year, I tried to do this a few times. It's just so many trades to get back to the beginning of the year. How about this? I'll find the beginning of the year and I'll start from there. All right, I'm at December. Just wrapping up like the end of the year. August. I'm sure I can use Discord to set like specific date and start there. All right, I'm halfway there. If you have any questions, go ahead and type them in the chat. I'll address those questions in a little bit as well. I just want to wrap up the end of the year, show you guys the trades that I made for the year. Just a little bit, talk about some of those trades, learn from that. Maybe go back later, document this on a chart, take notes, take screenshots, check out the algorithm. Yeah. Wow. Oh, wow. All right, so trying to get this for the beginning of the year. All right, so we got the end of the year. Let's start there. Last year, what happened? So near the end of the year, I made a little bit of profits short-term scalping coins like Jasper and Unicorn Fart Dust. I got like over $25,000 from this Unicorn Fart Dust coin early on, and at my last trade of 2024, I had a Bitcoin short that I closed around 94,000, and I made about 362% from that. Look at all these trades that people are taking though. Super Crispy. Super Crispy earned over 3,600% on a Solana short near the end of the year. This was that chart how I earned over $25,000 on Unicorn Fart Dust by just doing those small buys and then actually securing profits. This guy did his first trade on XLM. Some people delete their Discord accounts. All right, so at my first trade in the beginning of the year, this year, my first trade was a Bitcoin short from 101K down to 96,000. I made 908% from that trade. A Dirty D did something similar. He earned $500 from shorting Bitcoin. World Liberty Finance short from a member in Discord, over 400%. A few other trades. We had a Discord member short World with WIF for over 283%, $1,013 profit. Michael for that XRP short at $2. 56 cents and closed at 256. Very quick trade, but high margin. I did a short on Trump. Even though I met the president's son multiple times, even though I went to these events, I shorted Trump coin. I shorted it at $71 and I closed it at $40. But this coin ended up going under $2 a coin. And then I remember getting along later on this year, like really cheap. But this thing went under $1.80 at one point. So I could have maximized this trade by holding it longer. Just a thought. I didn't do that, but I still walked away 2,000%. And this was a chart during that time. So for my short, the Pico top at $70-something, this thing went down to like $38 on Trump coin. I did a Solana short. I earned 1776% on that Solana short. I did a Bitcoin short. Pretty soon you'll find out I've done dozens of trades this year. All right, so getting into January. Wrapped up January, now we're in February. February 2nd, I did a Bitcoin short, 105K down to $97,343. That was a good trade. A Dirty D did a Dogecoin long. Crypto Art did a Dogecoin long. Quick scalps. A Fly J did some nice trades at the beginning of the year. Look at those returns. Realized P&L, $1,200, $5,845, $13,434. I did a Dogecoin and Litecoin trade. I earned over 2,470% from Litecoin long. $93 my entry, closed $105. That Dogecoin long was very spectacular. I entered at 22.482 and I closed at 28.455. Over 5,313%. Very good starting off the new year. This guy, I don't know who this is. So guys, be careful if someone sends you Discord link and your account gets hacked. Sometimes your account gets deleted. I did a Bitcoin short on February 5th. 620% from 101K down to 98K. Price moves. Look at that. Limit orders. I tell people, use limit orders. This guy complaining about high fees. You can't go around it and market. Do limit orders. Look at Michael for that 460% Dogecoin trade. February 6th, I did a Dogecoin long for 196%. Come down a little bit later in the year. I did a Bitcoin short for 442%. And that price moved from 96,954 down to 95,000. Why am I showing you this? To encourage you to trade more, to take profits more rather than hodl. Because a bunch of small trades outweighs one big trade. Or at least look at charts. I did an XRP short for 678% from 264 down to 255. I did a very quick Dogecoin long, only got 20%. Did another Dogecoin long, 200%. And then a third Dogecoin long, 192%. These were like very short-term scalps. You know, this was on the 18th, this was on the 19th, and this was on the 20th. 3 different trades, 3 different days. Definitely pays for the lunch. Miller time. Dogecoin long 146% and 206%. Crypto art of the ETH long for 1,059%. Lots of winning. Look at this. Bitcoin short 232% from 96K down to 95K. So this is just like now heading into March for the year. I did a Cardano long, made 1,035%. I closed the ETH long for 170%. On March 3rd, I earned 886% on a Bitcoin short from 87K down to 85K. Miller time, 393% on that Dogecoin long from 1912 to 19872. Now crypto art. So going through here, I can see in the Discord like who's been active and who's been actively trading. Dave earned over 52,000% when Dogecoin went to 69 cents through a technical glitch. I did an XRP short down from 249 to 241. 629%. So yeah, a lot of trades. This is just from March. So like this thing just goes and goes and goes. I've done so many trades for the year. So I'll probably go through and make a dedicated video of this and show more charts, more technicals, but I've been trading on the year. Some people try to say that I didn't do any trades this year and that I haven't been trading, but sharing these entries and take profits in Discord, like I've been pretty consistent. If you add this up, it's well over 100,000, probably over 200 to 300,000%. I did a UFD long from 2.5 to 4.65, earned over 4,000% from that alone. So many trades for the year. So many trades. I have to do a dedicated video on that. There's just so many trades to go over. But hey, look, guys. Just want to come on today, hop on a little bit, share my entry, share my logic on those entries, show you my take profits, and just win a little bit more before the end of the year. That's a nice method, Marvy. I don't really care about growing the channel or getting a lot of views. The people that are here that find it, it's like we're a small hidden gem on YouTube. People that find it, find these trades, find these entries, these take profits, they're learning. They're probably having a good year. The people that just buy and hodl stuff, they're probably not having a good year. Because we were coming down quite hard. And the 4-year cycle, I don't believe in the 4-year cycle. I got into some heated debates with people that the 4-year cycle was a pattern from before that does not continue to exist into the future because the exponential is just far too much for crypto and liquidity. Yep. So someone's asking me about Dogecoin on the Discord. I already bought my spot bag for the year. I mentioned that prior that I got it when it dropped down to 9.2 up to 10 cents. I was able to get my spot bag for the year. So that's a good time for me. My longs are somewhat negative, but some are positive right now. We're waiting for Bitcoin to climb up and liquidate these liquidations on that top side. We need a good Elon Dogecoin meme or video for Christmas. Yeah, I could probably get 100,000 subscribers with a few methods, Marvy. I just like making content. I don't really care if people watch it too much. When I started this YouTube, I didn't start the YouTube to get views. I started it because I was documenting, and I didn't have enough storage on my hard drive. So I knew YouTube would record the videos, and I could go back and watch those. And that's why I did the YouTube live originally. And then, to my surprise, people actually watched it and thought this was entertaining. All right. So my Dogecoin long is almost positive. My Bitcoin long is positive. My Ethereum long is a little bit negative. My XRP long is a little bit negative. How are you doing, ladies and gentlemen? So there's a guy on the Discord talking to me right now about Dogecoin. He bought it at a higher price, and the price is down now. What I'm going to do is recommend he talks to whoever does his taxes and see if they can advise him on a wash sale. Oh, there goes the Bitcoin climbing. Hey, about everything's positive right now. Yeah, there we go. Ready. I'm just gonna be chilling tonight, playing some video games, building on a game called Valheim or Enshrouded something. Well, people, hope you enjoy the stream. Anybody have any questions before we wrap this up? I know some people are probably gonna go back and look through and watch this video, and then they'll be a little bit late. They'll be like later than we are. Like we're about here. We're like here already. We're not late that much. The people that enter much later than us, though, they're gonna be late. Well, guys, if you don't have any questions, I'll hop off here, and I may do an update stream tomorrow to let you know how these trades are going and where I may be wanting to take profits. Michael Saylor posted a meme earlier about fighting the bears. You know, it sounds crazy, but maybe Saylor has a financial instrument where he knows how to liquidate shorts. Maybe Saylor has a plan to liquidate people shorting Bitcoin. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a good day. Peace out and enjoy the charts.